shoulder pain or a rotator cuff injury. Do you know the difference? Did you know that the rotator cuff has 4 distinct muscles along with their tendons, and they're referred to as the sits muscles? Want to know more about the rotator cuff and its function? Then stick with me as I'm going to explain all about the rotator cuff, its function and why they're referred to as the sits muscles. I'm Luke Savage, CEO and Senior Osteopath at Worthing Osteopathic and Wellbeing Clinic. Imagine this, there's a pain in the top and side of your shoulder. Lifting your arm past shoulder height is agony, which makes drying your hair or any other overhead movements very difficult. Sleeping has become virtually non-existent, and irritability and being snappy towards others has reared its ugly head. Not only is there a dull pain in the shoulder, but it's going down the arm and you've noticed a weakness in the area. Feeling frustrated and disheartened that it's been there for some time, you've thought to yourself, is this going to heal itself with rest, or is it something that's going to be painful for the rest of my life? There's never any need to go through life in pain, no matter your age. Pain is nearly always inevitable through life, but suffering is only optional for a lot of conditions. If you require more information about the rotator cuff, then comment cuff below and myself or one of my team will get back to you. As I referred to earlier, the rotator cuff is a common name for a group of 4 muscles and their tendons which provide strength and stability during shoulder movement. This group of muscles is known as the sits muscles and is made up from the Supraspinatus, Infraspinatus, Teres minor and Subscapularis. The Supraspinatus is part of the rotator cuff that helps to stabilise the shoulder joint and helps in the initial stages of lifting the arm. The Infraspinatus is a thick triangular muscle that occupies the majority of the outer surface of the scapula. The function of the Infraspinatus muscle is to externally rotate the arm as well as stabilising the shoulder joint itself. The Teres minor is the smallest rotator cuff muscle and lets you externally rotate and extend the shoulder. The Subscapularis is a muscle on the inner side of the shoulder blade and helps rotate your arm internally. It connects from your shoulder blade to the upper arm. As a group, these 4 muscles are vital in maintaining the function of the shoulder. They provide stability and provide movement. During arm movements, the 4 muscles contract and prevent the head of the humerus rolling off the cup that it sits on. They do this by allowing the humeral head to slide, allowing full mobility of the shoulder joint. If there's a tendinopathy, a pain in and around the tendons of the rotator cuff, then this is because the muscles are no longer able to repair themselves, and that can be due to wear and tear or overuse. To keep the rotator cuff muscles healthy, there's a lot you can do. Number 1, stretch before you exercise, particularly when it comes to throwing activities. Stretching will reduce the tension across the shoulder so it moves with more flexibility, therefore helping to reduce the risk of acute tears from aggressive movements. Number 2, strengthening the rotator cuff. It's important to strengthen these muscles as they keep the ball and socket together, so in order for stability, these muscles are heavily relied upon. Number 3, strengthening the core and the lower extremities. When thrown, much of the power comes from the shoulder, but lots of it comes from the core, leg and gluteal muscles too. By strengthening these muscles, we will reduce the overuse or improper use of the rotator cuff. If you found this video helpful and would like more information on the stretches to keep a healthy rotator cuff, then comment cuff below and myself or one of my team will get back to you. By coming to see us here at Worthing Osteopathic and Wellbeing Clinic, we'll be able to work on the weaknesses and the imbalances of the muscle, increasing the mobility and the blood flow. Our aim is to get you back to doing what you love, so in order for us to do this, we'll sit down with you, look at your lifestyle, your activities and what triggers the pain, and then work out a plan. This will include appropriate exercises in between treatments. 9 out of 10 people who stick to their plan and their exercises that we provide reach their goal. Remember, pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. Thank you for watching.